Hi folks, in this video we're going to study the evolutionary path of one of the more remarkable species on Earth, humans. We're going to learn about how humans evolved from a species of ape and developed their most remarkable trait, intelligence. So, kindly sit back and get ready for an intriguing and informative documentary video. Human evolution is the evolutionary process within the history of primates that led to the emergence of Homo sapiens or humans. The study of the evolution of humans is known by various terms like anthropogeny, anthropogenesis, or anthropogony. Primates diverged from other mammals about 85 million years ago in the late Cretaceous period. The earliest known ape-like ancestor of human beings was a species of primate known as Plesiodapis, whose fossil dates back 65 million years ago to the late Cretaceous period, about the same time the dinosaurs became extinct. The fossil was unearthed and studied in Canada. Another species of primate known as Archicebus, whose fossil was unearthed in China, also dates back to the late Cretaceous period and gave rise to humans. The world-famous anthropologist David R. Begun concluded, after extensively studying ancient primate fossils, that ancient primates had originated in South Africa and eventually migrated to Europe and Asia, where they thrived. The earliest known primate species from which humans evolved lived in South Africa. Its name was Dryopithecus. The oldest Dryopithecus fossil was unearthed in South Africa and is estimated to be 23 million years old. This species of primate existed until 11 million years ago, for a total duration of 12 million years on Earth. From Dryopithecus, another species of ancient primate known as Australopithecus evolved. This species of ancient primate had migrated to modern-day Austria from South Africa, hence the name. It lived on Earth from 11 million years ago to 6 million years ago, for a total duration of 5 million years. The most remarkable evolutionary trait of Australopithecus was bipedalism, or the ability to walk upright on two legs. These ancient primates had brains the size of modern-day gorillas, and also developed large sets of molar teeth for chewing vegetation, fruits and seeds. This species of ancient primate was an omnivore. Australopithecus was also known to use primitive digging tools made of stone and twigs to dig termite mounds and dine on termites. From the ancient ape species Australopithecus evolved a slightly more advanced one known as Ramapithecus. This ancient species of primate lived between 6 to 5 million years ago, lasting on Earth for about 1 million years. The most distinctive features of Ramapithecus were two large forward-facing eyes separated by a narrow nose, a concave face, a smooth nasal floor, large zygomatic bones, and large sets of incisors to effectively chew fruits and seeds. This ancient primate was a herbivore. From the ancient ape species, Ramapithecus evolved another more advanced ancient ape species known as Homo habilis. This ancient ape species walked on Earth between 5 and 1.5 million years, thriving for a total duration of 3.5 million years. This species of ancient ape was of course bipedal. It had a larger brain size and smaller teeth when compared to Ramapithecus. Its fingers evolved in such a way that they were capable of executing precision and power grip, a noteworthy human trait. Homo habilis also used stone-made Oldowan tools, a kind of primitive knife, for ripping animal meat from its fur and for crushing seeds and the outer shell of nuts. Homo habilis had much less dense fur than its ancestors, and parts of its skin were visible. This ancient ape started looking more like a man than an ape. From Homo habilis, another more advanced species of ape evolved known as Homo erectus. This species of ape is what some people call early man, because this species of ape looked 80% like modern-day man and only 20% like an ancient ape. Homo erectus thrived between 1.5 million to 250,000 years ago. This species of ape especially thrived in Southeast Asia, in countries like Taiwan, Indonesia, the Philippines, etc. The skull and teeth size of Homo erectus was much smaller than Homo habilis. This ape species, if you can still call it that, was much less robust than its ancestor, Homo habilis. Homo erectus had a more elongated skull structure than Homo habilis. The forehead was receded and the nose, jaws and palates were wider. Homo erectus species of ape invented more stone tools like axes, spears and Oldowan tools. This species also invented famous tools like the wheel and fire by rubbing stones or twigs together. At this point, the man was at the dawn of civilization. From Homo erectus evolved a more advanced form of early man known as Homo neanderthalensis. This form of early man walked the Earth between 250,000 to 40,000 years ago, thriving for approximately 210,000 years. Homo neanderthalensis had a prominent brow ridge above their eyes. Angled cheekbones and a huge nose for humidifying and warming cold, dry air were the other two prominent physical characteristics of Neanderthals. This form of early man lived in Europe and the Netherlands. He had a stout body and primarily hunted animals like the woolly mammoth, Elasmotherium, and the American bison for food and clothing. Neanderthals communicated with each other via grunts. They also lived in caves and had developed a primitive written sign language. Neanderthals also developed longer-range spears, single-edged hand axes, a keel messer for making clothes made of animal skin, and chisels for skinning animals. Fossils of Neanderthals show that they had suffered injuries, and bite marks are visible on their leg and hand bones, as they had competed with the fierce saber-tooth for the same food sources, like the woolly mammoth and bison. From Neanderthals, Homo sapiens, or the modern-day man, finally evolved. This species has thrived on Earth from 40,000 years ago to modern day. Some historians argue that Homo sapiens had competed with the Neanderthals for food and territory, and eventually drove them to extinction as Homo sapiens had more advanced weapons and more intelligence. Homo sapiens also had a more complex and effective communication language than Neanderthals, which gave them an advantage due to better coordination when confronting them. Homo sapiens were able to make highly advanced weapons, tools, clothes, and machinery post the Neolithic era, advancing their civilization by leaps and bounds. The cooking of raw food was invented by the Neanderthals and made a lot more advanced and hygienic by Homo sapiens. Homo sapiens had developed more advanced tools of all kinds for various purposes, like bows and arrows, composite bows, sewing needles, wood scrapers, written language, bonfires, hammers, chisels, leather clothing, wheel, plow, whips, etc. When man had evolved in the species Homo sapien, he had developed the ability to not only survive, but modify his environment on a large scale. It is this ability, coupled with speech, bipedalism, and intelligence, that sets him apart from other animal species on Earth. We hope that you enjoyed and learned something from this documentary video. Please leave a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Diverse Discovery Den, if you liked this video. Thank you.